There are a lot of strange things that happen in this world, in which most are not captured on camera, but the mysterious disappearances of these people were. Number 5. Lars Midt was a 28-year-old German tourist who visited Bulgaria with his friends in June of 2014. On his holiday trip, Lars got into a physical bar fight which resulted in Lars badly injuring his eardrum. Doctors diagnosed him with a ruptured eardrum, which meant he was not able to fly home with his friends on their scheduled flight as the air pressure would cause further damage. His friends departed home on July 7th, leaving Lars behind. He booked into a hotel and contacted his mother, saying that he feared for his life. On July 8th, security footage captured Lars in the airport with all of his luggage walking into a medical office. Roughly 46 minutes later, surveillance captures him desperately running out of the airport without any of his belongings. This would be the last footage of Lars. His family has hired a private detective and are still desperately looking for him. Number 4. 64-year-old Alan Gill's naked body was discovered washed up on a beach in England on the 25th of February 2014. He was wearing only socks and one shoe, but bizarrely a set of headphones were found in his mouth as well as rolled up sock. The Apple earphones were tangled around the back of the sock and were falling out of his mouth. A jacket, a wallet, and a photo of Alan as a 2-year-old toddler were found nearby. Suicide was not ruled out as he had recently purchased a weighted training vest and ankle weights, which suggested that he may have been planning to drown himself. However, these weights were never found, and the unexplained injuries to Alan's chest and head suggest that foul play could have been involved. The day before the body was found, Alan was captured on CCTV footage wandering around. The video showed him speaking with individuals at a bus station, but they have never been identified. To add to the mystery, the footage also showed Alan to be wearing a completely different jacket than the one found on the beach. The jacket that he wore in the footage was never recovered. Number 3. On June 8, 1996, 23-year-old Jane Rimmer was out partying at the Continental Hotel with her friends in Perth, Australia. Jane's friends decided to go to a friend's house party, but Jane wanted to go home. Her friends left in a taxi, and this was the last time they saw her alive. Nearly 2 months later, her body was found in a remote area near Willard, which is over 40 kilometers away. CCTV footage shows Jane outside the Continental Hotel when a mysterious man approaches her shortly after her friends went home. The man appeared to be speaking with Jane before the footage suddenly switches to a different view of the hotel. Within a few minutes, both Jane and the man were gone, but the footage did not capture either of them leaving. It's believed that Jane was the victim of a serial killer who was responsible for the murders of 2 other young women in Claremont during this time period. Number 2. In June of 2009, a man with a European accent checked into a hotel in Sligo, Ireland. He gave his name as Peter Bergmann and gave an address in Austria. A few days later, his body was found washed up in a beach nearby. However, when the police tried to identify him, they found that the name and the address he provided were false. Upon examination of CCTV footage, they discovered that the man wandered around Sligo for 3 days before his death. He is seen leaving his hotel every morning with a purple plastic bag, only to return empty-handed. Most likely he was disposing of his clothing and possessions, which might have been able to identify him. Where he came from or what he hoped to achieve is a mystery. What we do know is that he went to tremendous length to erase all proof of his existence, even cutting off the labels off his clothes. Investigators think that Bergmann may have believed that his body would be washed out to the sea and never found. But why did he go to such great length to hide his identity? Before his death, he was able to mail a few letters that police were unable to track down. This proves that someone out there knows who Peter Bergmann really was. Number 1. Kendrick Johnson was found dead, rolled up inside an upright gym mat with his head facing the floor in his high school. His shoe was found in a small pool of blood beneath his head. A preliminary investigation and autopsy concluding that his death was accidental, citing the cause of death to be positional asphyxiation after being trapped upside down retrieving a shoe. However, Johnson's family were unhappy with this conclusion, and so they hired a private pathologist. He conducted another autopsy which showed Johnson died from a blunt force trauma to the head. 290 hours of surveillance footage from 35 cameras were released which showed Johnson's final moments. A forensic analyst found that tapes from 2 cameras are missing an hour and 5 minutes of footage, while another set is missing 2 hours and 10 minutes. His family have expressed fear that the camera footage was edited as part of a cover-up, as there are several skips in the footage. I just want to say a big thank you to History Twist for collaborating with us on this video. If you enjoyed this video, big thumbs up please, and don't forget to subscribe to him. The link will be in the description box down below. Take care.